So I hope you guys are doing great. I wanted to share something with you that's really fun that I just got, and I hope that you will love it too. So you see it says 100 days. Y'all hear me talk a lot about the 100-day books, the 100-day devotional journals. And so far I have done 3 of those that have been from Shauna Noel of Illustrated Faith. We had 100 Days of Bible Promises, of Grace and Gratitude, and then the most recent one that I worked through was the Less Hustle, More Jesus earlier this year. So many of you love those, and I love them too. And guess what? I'm back to share another 100-day book with you. If you missed any of those challenges or you're still working through them, great. Don't stop if you are working through it. If you missed one and you want to jump in now, and maybe this topic is something that really speaks to your heart, I encourage you to kind of take a look at this one and see what you think. So this one is actually by Katie Foltz of Katie Girl Designs. If you don't follow her on Instagram, you need to. You better follow her because she has some of the most beautiful just very unique hand lettering that you can pick out anywhere and know pretty much that it's hers. So I will leave a link down below to her Instagram so you can follow her. But this is her 100-day book. That's the next one out. It's the 100 Days to Dream Your Heart Out. And this topic right here is just something that really was funny when I read what it was going to be about. I was like, oh, wow. Because I just feel like God is working on some things and dreams of my heart. And I can't wait to dig more into this book and, let God speak through this book to me and to my heart. So we have just the most beautiful hand lettering, as I mentioned. You get all of this beautiful, gorgeous florals and paint swatches, some watercolor looks of these pinks, teals, the turquoise, the green, a little bit of a like purpley blue, just really pretty colors. Front and back. And if you have the other books, then you know how good the quality is. You know that the cover is very nice. A lot of people will get them spiral bound too so that they're easier to work through. But I'm going to show you more about the journal and flip through it in case you have never seen one. You'll know how the setup is. It's very similar to the other ones. And look at this beautiful inside cover. I just love this. All of these flowers. It's like I almost wish I had this where I could just print it out and use it over and over because the florals and the painting is so beautiful. And so you've got a little title page there if you did gift it, which is also really fun. And then our title page again, our table of contents. Now, the other book, I don't remember any of them having this, and maybe I'm totally mistaken, but I don't think they did, and I love that this comes with a contents. So you have each day listed and what the name of the devotional is for that particular day. But let's say you don't want to work through it in order. Maybe you want to just go straight to, let's see, day 76 is talking about rising up. Maybe there was a sermon you heard and seems like it goes around those same lines of rising up. Then you could definitely just flip through it, which would be much easier than trying to flip through the book and find a topic. I love that. So I'm glad that they added that to this. And if I'm totally mistaken about the other ones, I need to go look. Y'all can remind me though. So faith bigger than fear. Maybe that's a good topic that you want to look at. Then just flip to day 19. Okay. So I love that they've added that to the beginning of this. And then this is the setup for each day of the 100 days. You have your devotional title here, Dream Your Heart Out, of course, for this day 1. Then you're going to have a little devotional content. You're going to have some scriptures, sometimes 2 or 3, just depends. And then another, I feel like the one over here is the main scripture reference for this day. And these are supplemental. That's just kind of how I look at it. And then you've got your day, of course, and then a little prayer. And each day is this exact same setup with devotional scriptures. I call this my main scripture, and then a prayer. Then you have plenty of space in here for journaling, for adding stickers and printables and all sorts of things. Whatever you want to do, you can do this and make this kind of a Bible journaling devotional. Now, or if you're not don't like doing all the Bible journaling with the paints and supplies, You can just use it for writing notes. I love that they give you this option in this space here, so you could write notes, you could write prayers, you could pull out washi, you could do whatever you wanted with that extra space there. So these are always also really good projects for working through them in a small group, a women's group, a study group, a Sunday school, something like that, which is, I think, fun to do as a group and work through them maybe a week at a time and then go and discuss them. It's always fun, I think, when you do it in groups like that too. But I wanted to show you real quick. You'll see that all of the artwork is not the same, identical on every page, but there are very much so using this exact same color palette throughout this entire book. So we have, some florals. We got the little paint splatters and the, little art marks, I call them. So you get lots of different styles and designs. Some are more white, basic, and then you have other pages that, of course, have more of that fun color throughout them. So that is pretty much this book. I'll show you back here. Your back cover is very similar to the front cover. And then just so you get a quick flip through, and then right there I want to show you too, it also has a little bookmark built into it with the ribbon, so you can I love the color they chose. That's like one of my favorite shades of pink. And then you can just stick it, if I'm on day 34, I stick it in there, and then I know exactly where I'm at, where I can come back to. And then at the back you'll see these other pages, but what this is just about the author. There's Miss Katie from Katie Girl Designs, and it tells a little bit about her. And then over here you'll see some of her other we got a runaway pen. You'll see some of her other products and things that she has designed for Dayspring to give you a sneak peek, and you could go check those out. She has other 60 powerful truths, other devotional journals or inspirational journals, and then this is what I love. The 100-Day Bible Promises also has this other like supplemental prayers to share with like little notes, and you can just rip them out of the book and pass them along. And this one's cool. It says 100 encouraging notes for tough times and tough people. So that's a really neat thing that they have to go along with her stuff. And so then on the back, it just tells you a little note from Dayspring, which is always sweet. And then there's our back cover again. So that is the devotional journal. I love it, and I think you are going to love it if you love these colors and florals and all the bright. This topic, like I said, is something I'm excited. It's just funny how things start being planted in your heart in little seeds, and then you see something like this show up and it says dream your heart out. It's just fun to see how that works together and how God works. It's no coincidence, obviously. So I'm excited about this one. I'm not sure how much I'm going to do on the pages yet. If you guys are curious, I would like to do a little bit of journaling and then maybe with some stickers and some simple things. But I'm thinking with this topic and the way I have been leaning in my heart lately, that it may be a lot, a little bit of that fun craftiness, and then a lot of written notes, prayers and things like that as I work through it of what God's speaking to my heart. So if this is something you're interested in, I do want to also encourage you. You see the 100 days and you sometimes get overwhelmed and be like, oh, this is just too much. I won't be able to finish it. Don't feel like that. Here's something I want to say too. Even if it is 100 days, don't feel like it needs to be a daily project. I know we have projects coming up maybe that you're working on daily with, Thanksgiving and the month of November and Advent and things like that. But I want to say that 100 days could be just 100 days of different topics about dreaming your heart out. And that's why I am loving the table of contents, because I don't know that I'll go through it in order. I always do, but this time I feel like I may not. I feel like what I would like to do is go through and when the ones that pop out to me, read that day and just kind of let the Lord lead me in where I should be reading, and just use this as something that I need when I'm needing that extra, encouragement about dreams and so forth. So it could be just something that I end up going through and have 100 days of dreaming your heart out, maybe over 6 months or over the next year. You just never know where it may lead you. So don't feel like it's something you need to say, oh, another 100-day project, I can't commit, because it's not. It's really more of just a devotional journal that you could skip around and you could decide which days you want to do depending on what you're needing. So think of it like that too, and I think that'll help you not feel discouraged and kind of encourage your heart as well. But I do want to say a big thank you to Dayspring for sending me over this really beautiful beautiful devotional journal so I could share it with y'all and work through it myself. Make sure you grab your devotional journal from Dayspring. There will be a link down below in my profile or in my description, where you can grab that and let me know again what you guys think. I would love to hear. Make sure you're subscribed and click that little bell icon so you'll know when the next video is out. I'll see y'all again very soon. Have a great night. Bye-bye.